So today I want to talk about keeping it simple, keeping it direct. It's such a breath of fresh air when you can be honest, when you can be direct, when you can keep things simple. It's like, I don't know about you, but for me personally, it's so much easier when someone, if someone was to say, this is how I feel, this is what I want, and it's plain sight. It makes it very simple. Or if you say, if a family member was to say, go to the shop for me, please. Can you go to the shop for me, please? Or can you pick up my medication for me, please? Direct question, something direct. Being direct makes life so much simpler, so much easy, and you'll get the best out of me by being direct. Otherwise, if you expect me to know or have a clue, I don't. If you be direct, you say, this is how I feel, this is what I want. It's simple. And so what I would encourage you and the rest of humanity is be honest, be direct, and it keeps life so much simpler, keeps it much easier. So yeah, that is one of today's nuggets of wisdom that came through, is the art of keeping things direct and honest, and it keeps things simple that way. Then I know where I stand, know what I'm doing, and yeah, just like throughout this journey called life, we have moments where we're really switched on, and we have moments where we're either lost or switched off, or or going through a different sort of time. But if we keep it simple and honest and direct throughout, then it's the best way. So anyone who knows me, if you want to get the best out of me, just be honest, just be direct, keep it simple. This is how I feel, this is what I want. Or a question, can you do this for me? Can you go to the shop for me? Very direct. Don't expect me to know or guess. Just simple, plain sight. Then I know where I am, know where I stand, and yes. And if I can encourage everyone, more and more people on the planet, to be, more simplistic, more direct, more honest, then it will make all of our lives much easier when you just very simply be directly honest. I know it sounds very simple, but it's actually really, really effective. It's plain sight. It will make people's life and your life so much more simpler and easy and less complicated with that clear communication. So I feel that this is a video about clear communication, and that clear communication is very direct, is very honest, is simplistic. A direct question, or directly, this is how I feel, or directly, can you do this for me? Brilliant. Got it. If you don't do that, don't expect me or anyone else to have a clue or no. Because sometimes people, human avatars, us in physical bodies, sometimes we're switched on, sometimes we're not, and sometimes we're a little bit of far few and in between. It's just, so whatever is going on with our lives, either way, clear, concise communication, very simple, whether it be a question or how you're feeling, very honest, or can you do this for me? Those three things, those three nuggets of wisdom right there, coming from me, is going to make your life and the people that you know, and the people that know me, and everyone else, so much more easier. So that's what I wanted to speak about regarding clear communication. I also would like to speak about integrity, and I feel that with integrity, don't do anything that doesn't feel right, okay? Because you know in your heart, you know what is right for you, what is not right for you, what is hurting you, what is not hurting you. You know what is true, deeply true for you. So always follow your heart, the compass of your heart. Always be true to your heart, because your heart has got so much wisdom, more than the mind, more than all this overthinking that we tend to do. All the overthinking is such a waste of energy, such a waste and a drain of energy and time and procrastination and all these things that us physical human avatars, a lot of us do on planet Earth, especially us really sensitives, very sensitive ones. What we actually need to do is be more quiet up here, be more still. This is something very recent for me. Be more still up here and drop into here. Drop into your heart. And if you think about your life and situations, or you think about potential scenarios for your life, think about what is true for you. Feel what is true for you, what resonates and what doesn't. Because your heart knows. Your heart always knows. And just always be true to your deepest feelings. Stay in integrity, and stay in integrity that way by not betraying yourself that way, but also by you not betraying yourself, not going to betray other people, and also staying being honest. Personally for me, I'm not into playing games whatsoever. I ain't into that. Like, I would tell you plain sight. I am very straightforward. And actually, that's what I like about me. I'm very straightforward. I'm very honest. It's plain sight. I'm not here to be insincere. I'm not laughing at anyone. I'm not, and I'm aware that we all have, I'm aware that, the majority of us have real feelings that matter, So yeah, the wisdom of your heart, what I would call the compass of your heart, will lead you to divinity, to your most divine truth of who you are. Always. You know what and who doesn't resonate. You know on the deepest level what resonates for you and what doesn't. You know. Your heart knows. And your heart knows what is not right for you, who is not right for you, how they behave, how they are. You know what is not right for you and what is. And yeah. And for me, personally, being in integrity, being in alignment with myself is, for instance, my sexual energy is sacred. It's not to be, you don't go with randomers. You don't waste your energy, your feelings, my energy is sacred, is precious, and it's meant for my husband. It's meant for my husband's soul. That's who he's meant for. And so I am on planet Earth, and I feel like I don't want to go with randomers. That's never been my cup of tea. That's not for me. And I'm not willing to betray myself. And every single soul, every single one of us, every single soul has like a husband's soul, has like a wife's soul, and like we'll get to meet, like every single one of us gets to have and meet, our special person, our special someone, and it's a journey of self-love, of growth, of healing. And then when the time is right in divine timing, it would just unfold bit by bit. And for me, my lesson is to not overthink everything, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm so passionate, I'm so excited, and I'm like, boom, I want it now, and I want to go for it, I want it now. But actually, no, I'm feminine essence. Surrender, receive, reciprocate what I'm into when I'm into, and trusting the flow. Trusting, if you are a masculine or you're a feminine watching this podcast right now, I want you to know that you're, every single one of us does have a husband's soul, and if you're, and a wife's, and so I will have a husband's soul. And if you're, and if you're a female watching this, you all have a divine counterpart who is the soul, yeah? And you're meant to meet, and every single one of us will get to meet our special person, along the way, along the journey. And be true to yourself, so that you can be true to not only yourself, but it's also staying true to your counterpart that way, because you're not betraying yourself, because then if you betray yourself, that would then betray your counterpart, the soul, because of the soul unity. So I know that sounds very spiritual, esoteric and deep, which I really am. I don't go into details of very deep spiritual, esoteric information that I know about, because I don't know, I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm very much on the fence still. I'm still quite early on into my podcast, but not only that, I feel like there's information that humanity would be ready for, and I feel that there's information that humanity wouldn't be ready for. And so I feel like I have to get the balance and get things right. And from a place of integrity, because I care so deeply about everything, about getting everything right and everything perfect, that I don't want to muck up. I'm actually frightened. Right, who else? But yeah, who else is absolutely frightened of either mucking things up or failing or making a mistake or upsetting someone or pissing someone else off? I'm so sensitive, and I'm genuinely terrified of doing things like that. And it happens to me where I don't actually, I go about my everyday life, and I can't help but piss someone off. And I just walked in the door and it happens. I just walked in the door and it happened. That can happen when you just literally walk in the door and you wasn't even looking for it, did it? And I realise now from today's lesson of me just walking in the door and unintentionally, upsetting a loved one of mine. It can happen. And even people who are the best of friends. You can just walk in the door and you didn't realise that misunderstandings can happen with family members. It can happen with friends, with family members, and especially me. I'm not out to get anybody. I'm not out to, I'd say I was like an innocent offender. So I offend people and I don't even want to. I don't even realise, I don't even I just be honest, just be authentic, but with the best of intentions, and it's still gonna upset or trigger someone, and I'm like, you know what? I just need to be myself. And at the end of the day, people, they can feel the energy. If they can read energy, if they can feel who you are, they know what your intentions are. They can feel the energy behind, your intentions. And anyone who truly knows me will not be offended, because they would know that I would never mean to offend or get it wrong, or it would never be my intention to upset anybody, because I really deeply care, and I've got a lot of love and empathy to gift to humanity, to this planet. I so care, so much so, and I am a heart healer, and I have a lot of time and love and presence to gift to souls, and especially my husband. If he chooses to find me in physical reality, I will not make him regret it. But and again, that ain't up to me. I'm the feminine. I've got to surrender and trust the process. So in the meantime, have you decided what's your dream life look like? What do you want to do? How do you feel? Ponder. What does that feel like for you? Have you asked yourself that? Me personally, I already know. I already feel it deep within me. I already know. I trust my dreams. I trust my dreams. I trust my deepest heart, soul feeling. And yeah, we are souls, and a lot of us, this isn't our first lifetime, and a lot of us, if you can, so by me trusting my deepest heart feeling is a feeling of, have you ever felt like for me, since I was young, since I was 3 years old, yeah, so since I was 3 years old, I've been playing the song, Everything I Do It For You. I've been singing that song by Brian Adams since I was a little girl, since I was 3 years old. And I have always felt here, deep within me, deep within my heart, deep within my soul, that I belong to someone. That I belong to someone. I've always felt it. I've always known. I've always felt it. And this is just an example of you have to be true to yourself, your own soul, because you know what is right for you. You know what feels wrong for you. You know what doesn't resonate. You know, like, oh, there's this person over here. That behaviour is not for me. That behaviour doesn't feel right for me. That's not what I wanted or what I signed up for. That's not, like that, like Playboy energy isn't right for me, even though they're a kind and compassionate person, for example. That's just as an example of like types of behaviours that doesn't resonate, is not true. And you know what? Only the right person, only the right soul can truly commit to you. So whilst some of us are not, in this physical reality with our husband, wife, if you're, then we got to focus on ourselves until something unfolds. But it will unfold when it's meant to. And this whole thing is a lesson of trust in the process. The whole thing. Trust the process. Be true to yourself by having that integrity, so that you can then be true to others, because you're in integrity with yourself to be true to yourself, so you can be true to others. It's such a reflection, it really is. And it's also can be like a domino effect as well, especially like, for example, me doing a podcast talking about integrity as well as clear communication. That's going to encourage and make things a lot easier for, if you're picking this up, or other people, on the planet, other members of humanity that are tuning in. What could you do? What could you do to be more clear and concise with your communication? Those 3 nuggets of wisdom is going to help you. And what could you do? What could you do to be more integrity with yourself, so that you can be, true to yourself, so you can be true to other people and live the truest path possible? So I'm thinking about purpose. I'm thinking about, obviously, what is true for me since I was young. I've always known my husband's soul, my husband's soul, my husband's soul. That is true for me. May he find me in physical reality, show up for me when he's ready. It's not up to me. It is not up to me. And that's the same for you. Like if you're feminine, and you got to get on with your life, and you got to trust that what is truly meant for you will not pass you by. And that's the same for me. And then the masculine side of things is a pursuing energy. It's a directive energy. It's like direction and focus, and vocalizing directly how you feel, which is being in your masculine power, saying exactly how you feel. And I mean, I fully deeply respect that masculine energy. This is absolutely fantastic, and I want to encourage more of that on the planet, because I tell you what, that simplicity of this is how I feel. Great. I respect that. Thank you for sharing that with me. Fantastic. if everyone could just be more honest, more direct. It keeps it simple, it keeps life less complicated. We're not wasting time procrastinating, guessing, like doing a guessing game, like worrying out of our minds, and being like riddled with anxiety. We just very simply have been told, this is how I feel, this is how it is, and yeah, wonderful. I understand that. It's fabulous. You know, I'm very, very straightforward as a person. But also I'm very dynamic in other ways as well. But you know, it takes time. It takes time to get to know someone, or remember someone's soul. But a lot of us on planet Earth, there's a lot of there'll be a lot of souls in your life, in your reality. They're not strangers to your soul, that have known you before this lifetime. And you know, and it's incredible, this journey that we're all on planet Earth. It's absolutely fascinating. I mean, I've been so curious, and I've been like a detective. I've been so fascinated by reality, by consciousness. It's incredible, you know, this journey that we're all on planet Earth. And we've all got different roles, and we've all got our own different soul's growth. It's pretty epic, really. And if you have the money to travel, which would be an upgrade for me, definitely. To have the money to travel and roam like this. So this planet is big. This planet is huge, and there's so much to explore and experience. And I most definitely would like to have to be able to appreciate it. And me being like a house cat, you know, just cooped up in my bedroom every day. That's not meant for me. That's not true. Being true to what my soul wants to experience. Being lonely and cooped up in my bedroom. That's not how it's meant to be. So sometimes we have to have a little word with ourselves and say, and look and reflect on our own lives and say, this isn't right. I need to do more. I need to do more with my life. You know, and to not be cooped up, you know, in a box. Like this bedroom is my box. And it's not, you know, I need to get out. I'm a sociable person. I need to get out of this box. It's fine for if I need to, say for instance, do a podcast for humanity. That's fine. But staying too much in your comfort zone is just going to starve your soul. Is going to rob your soul, and it's not going to be true for you. You have to be true to what your deepest soul desire is, what you deeply have, like you would dream to experience. What do you deeply, deeply desire to experience? Like I know, and I have to be true to myself and not betray myself. And the same for everybody else. If you have a dream and you really deeply within you want to experience this, want to experience something, and you really do, you know, whether it's freedom, abundance, the deepest soul connection, you know, it's like your dreams. yeah, your dreams matter. They really matters. What you deeply desire within your heart, within your soul. Like you've probably always known, always felt, oh, what would my dream life look like? What, and you've probably known since you was young as a soul. You've probably always felt it, but maybe you ignored it, or maybe you felt that you couldn't achieve it. Maybe you didn't believe in yourself. Maybe you felt that you just couldn't. But you can. Don't listen to the doubters. Don't listen to the naysayers. You gotta achieve your dream. And you gotta live this dream. Because we came here to planet Earth to live our lives, to live this physical reality. We came here as souls to experience a physical reality, which is our souls choosing to come to planet Earth, this physical plane, to have the physical experience, whilst simultaneously all being consciousness and energy. We're all energy. We're all souls. We're all energy. We're all consciousness. And I have many deep dreams, goals, ambition that I wish to experience as a soul in physical manifestation form, which you and everyone you know, you are all energy, consciousness, soul aspect in physical manifestation form. And this experience on planet Earth and beyond is absolutely fascinating. I am so deeply fascinated by consciousness, deeply fascinated by energy, deeply fascinated by how realities work. I actually get a bit shy of showing my deeper core of esoteric knowledge and wisdom that I know about, because I don't want to scare off the majority. Because some people, for example, there are spiritual people, there are non-spiritual people, and there are people kind of in between, and then there are people who don't sort of put a label on, which is wonderful, and they will just simply plainly listen to a podcast. And I like to keep my podcasts relatable so that everybody can understand, so that everyone can, it's a bit like I could either plant a flower, like a plant, an actual full-blown plant in the soil, or I can plant some seeds at a time. And then things grow. So that's how I feel about me doing podcasts. I can plant seeds and it grows and it grows. And as I grow, you grow, and we are all energy. So you and whoever else is watching, we're learning from one another. Because it's, I actually feel a bit sensitive in the heart right now. because I have this deeper knowing, this real deeper knowing. And I feel like I have such an abundance to express from such a heart-centered place. But I don't know if I would be too much for this world to express my deeper knowledge, deeper wisdom. So at this point of the journey, I'm planting seeds. I'm not sort of, like, here's a fully grown flower for you in the soil. I'm doing my podcast, my speaking to you with seeds. And over time, things develop and grow. So I feel that me doing podcasts in this way is a more gentler approach towards humanity. And if I feel over time that I will be able to, or that it feels right for me on the journey to drop some bombshells, if I like a deeper knowledge or deeper kind of stuff, then I will do. But right now, in this moment of time, I'm going to be of integrity and do what I feel is true at this moment of time for me. So you have to go with your own feeling, which is what we can all do. We can all go with our own feeling, and we can feel right. Is this the right? Does this feel right now in this moment? Whatever it is, does this feel right? And right now, I don't feel that I could vocalize what the abundance of my essence. I don't feel that I could. But that doesn't mean to say that I can't, or that I won't, or that I will, because maybe someday I will. Maybe someday I will. Who knows? We just have to see how this journey unfolds. I'm open to suggestion. I'm open to direction I'm open to suggestions of what you think, if there's anything in particular you'd like me to talk about on podcasts. But what I do know is I'm gifting you presence. I know that much. I'm giving you presence. I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking from truth, and I'm sharing my seeds of consciousness, and like what sort of flows at that moment of time. And just like anything in life, it's like riding a bicycle. Whatever it is that you want to do, that you wish to do, like riding a bicycle, with practice and repetitions, things grow, things get better. But like seeds as well, things grow, things grow, and things bloom. So like anything in life here on planet Earth, as souls, whatever bodies we are in, because some souls chose to be in an animal body. Some souls chose to be, in a furry, animal avatar body instead of a human avatar body. And we're all consciousness, and plants are consciousness as well. There's science that can back that up, as well as psychic mediumship as well, which I have dabbled in some psychic mediumship in my past, yes. So, I sincerely hope that you got something out of my 40-minute podcast, and that whether you felt presence, sincerity, love, light, joy, upliftment, healing, understanding, relatability, whatever it is that it did for you as a soul, I am grateful that I was able to contribute towards you feeling something positive or uplifting. And so I sincerely thank you for taking the time to watch this, as I sincerely have taken the time to give and gift this to you and whoever else is watching on planet Earth. For we are all souls with feelings, and I am sending my love and best wishes, and let me know in the comments what you got out of this, and if you have any questions, write it down in the comments, and if you have any suggestions, write it down in the comments. And yeah, I will take the time and care to read and to listen, and I will get back to you. And as always, until the next time, peace, much love, and namaste. Wishing you a good day. Yeah, peace, much love, and namaste. Wishing you all a good day. Halo Ariel. Yo.